I have had so many people recently ask me how I lost my eye, and well, I'm gonna tell you. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Jarrett Stod here, back with a brand new video, and today is a very special video because I'm gonna tell you the entire story on how I lost my eye. Now, I've made this video about 1 year ago, and well, I've had a lot of new subscribers since then. I think in the past year, we have grown almost 4 million subscribers, and I rarely ever tell the story on how I lost my eye. I get so many new comments every single day saying, Jarrett, how did you lose your eye? And I tried to avoid it because it's a very, very sensitive story to me. It gets me very emotional, so I don't like answering it that much. However, I decided that today I'm going to tell you guys the full story on how I lost my eye. So as you guys know, I love making videos about all of my custom eyes and having one eye. And well, that has been so much fun to me. Like, look at all of my eyeballs over here. When I first started making videos, I only had like 3 eyeballs, and now I have over 100 different custom eyes. Now, I usually make videos of me getting different custom eyeballs and doing different eyeball challenges, but the most asked question since I started social media about 4 years ago is, Jarrett, how did you lose your eyeball? And well, I'm gonna tell you that full story right now. So when I was only 2 years old, my mom took a picture of me. And in that picture, she noticed a gold film in one of my eyes. Now, she thought that was very, very weird, and she had never seen anything like it before. So she was actually pregnant with my sister at the time. And well, when my sister was just born, about a week after taking that picture, she showed the doctor the picture with me with that gold film in my eyeball. And the doctor was also very concerned. He had never seen anything like that before, but he had a gut feeling, and my mom had a gut feeling that something was not right with that photo. So they actually sent me to a different hospital to do tests and x-rays. And well, I actually did tests and x-rays with my eyes for almost 2 or 3 weeks, and it took the doctors that long to figure out what was going on with my eyeball. And well, the doctors finally figured out that I had a rare type of cancer in the retina of my eyeball called retinoblastoma. And after the doctors told my parents that I had a rare type of cancer called retinoblastoma, they actually gave my parents 2 options. Option 1 was to go through chemotherapy, which would allow me to keep my eyeball. However, there was over a 50% chance that I could possibly die. And option number 2 was to remove my eyeball and take out all of the cancer with it. Now, this was by far one of the hardest decisions that my parents would ever have to make in their life, because they don't want their child to lose their eyeball, but they also don't want their child to have a chance of possibly dying. And well, my parents had to make a decision very, very fast, and the first thing that came out of both of my parents' mouths were, is there any chance that you could take my eyeball and give it to him instead? That is how loving my parents are. Through this hard decision that they would have to make that would impact my life forever, they were willing to give their eyeball to me. And for that, I am so grateful that my parents love me so much. But sadly, the doctors told my parents that eye transplants do not exist. And well, that left my parents back to those 2 options: go through chemotherapy with a 50% chance of living, or remove my eyeball and take out all of the cancer with it. And well, my parents chose to remove my eyeball so that I wouldn't die. And well, after that decision, it was time for me to undergo surgery, which would eventually change my life for the rest of my life, and come out of that surgery room with 1 eyeball. Now, remind you, I was only 2 years old at this time, so I really couldn't talk. I couldn't make any decisions, but I am so grateful for the decision that my parents made, because well, after that surgery, I came back, everything was fine, and I only had 1 eyeball. And it's actually crazy because I don't even remember having 2 eyeballs when I was younger. For as long as I can remember, I have only had 1 eyeball. And well, after that eyeball surgery, I actually got a prosthetic eyeball to make it look like I have 2 eyes. And from when I was 2 years old, from the second that I lost my eyeball from surgery, all the way until I was 20 years old, just 2 years ago, I wore my prosthetic eyeball as much as I possibly could to hide the fact that I was different, because I was scared that if other people knew that I had 1 eyeball, or if that I was different than the normal person, that they would judge me and make fun of me. And well, that's what I did for over 20 years. But although I had my fake eyeball in, people would still look at me and they would always ask me, hey Jarrett, do you have a lazy eyeball? And it would just really hurt me on the inside because they knew that I was different. However, I didn't have the nerves to tell them, hey, I actually don't even have an eyeball. So one day, about 3 years ago, I took out my eyeball for the very first time and I shared my story on TikTok. And well, that video got over 3 million views and I had so many people comment very supportive things. And well, when I started social media, I finally began to get some confidence under me and say, you know what, I'm gonna take out my eyeball and be who I am because there's nothing better than being yourself. And well, for the past 3 years, I have been making videos online, trying to embrace my difference, accept who I am, and make the most of my disability because there is nothing that I can do besides make the most of it, be comfortable with who I am, and stand out from the crowd because there is nothing better than standing out and being yourself. Now, when I first took out my eyeball, I was very scared that so many people were going to make fun of me and judge me. And well, yes, there always is people that are going to come after me and make fun of me, and that is just sad. However, there are also so many people that are going to stand behind you and support you. And well, for the past 3 years, I have never worn my real eyeball. I actually wear no eyeball all the time. I go out in public with no eyeball. And yes, people look at me all the time, but I do not care because I am so comfortable with who I am. And I have accepted the fact that I am different, and I do not care what anybody thinks because I like being different. I like having one eyeball, and I love making YouTube videos about my eye because it is who I am. And I am so thankful for the decision that my parents made to remove my eyeball because it has made me into the man that I am today. And now I still get a lot of negative comments still to this day about people saying, oh, this guy makes his videos about his eyeball. And well, this is my way of coping with being different. And well, I actually love making videos about my eyeballs, and I hope to keep growing my collection of eyeballs and get as many eyeballs as I possibly can because it is so fun getting crazy custom eyeballs because I'm just making the most of my disability because I can actually change my eyeball, which is awesome. Like, I can wake up every single day and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna wear my Pokemon eyeball. And then I can just put my Pokemon eyeball in, and like, that's that. It's actually crazy, and I love being different. Now, growing up, I thought having one eyeball, it was gonna be very difficult, and I was gonna hide it for the rest of my life. And well, that quickly changed when I started making YouTube videos and accepting myself, and I am so happy to be me. I'm very comfortable in my own skin, and I love being different. But anyways, guys, that is the real story on how I lost my eyeball. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that make fake stories online about how I lost my eye, but what I just told you is the real story on how I lost my eyeball, and I'm probably not gonna tell it again for a very long time. The only reason I told it right now was because we have grown so many subscribers in the past year, and there's been so many people asking, hey, how did you lose your eyeball? So I wanted to tell all those new subscribers how I lost my eyeball. And well, guys, I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to my story, and I hope that you can embrace your flaws and accept your differences because being different is awesome, because why would you want to fit in when you can stand out? But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and don't forget to like this video. It'd mean the world to me if you hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button because we're almost to 8 million subscribers. It would be crazy to get to 8 million subscribers. When I was younger, it was my dream to become a YouTuber, and well, I'm living that life right now, and I could not be more thankful for each and every one of you that like this video and also subscribe. It means the world to me. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to smile, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace!